The play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Good. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. So Dallas will get the first possession. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Lavoy Allen out there with Paul George. Then there's Ellis. Then there's Hill. And it's Turner in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now here's Parsons. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist by Hill. Ellis has got the opening basket of the game for the Pacers. Now the Mavericks with it.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Hill has the open look. Drills it from outside. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pachulia the pass to Nowitzki. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Nobody near George. And the Pacers another 3.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Here's Parsons. Boom, he chips it straight down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-handed.
Going back to Nowitzki, his value at this point of his career cannot be measured by stats alone.
Exactly, and that's what wasn't there last year, that great team of guys around him, because that's really when he's at his very best. He can still fill it up fast, and he's one of the smartest players in the league, too. Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Now here's Allen. Inside, here's Matthews. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Parsons. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
The drive by Ellis. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Nowitzki kicks to Pachulia, and he uses the glass on the layup.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Ellis, that's good.
And an area where Dallas struggled last season was defending the three-pointer. A lot of their losses came against teams that just took them apart from beyond the arc.
Now here's Nowitzki. Here's Pachulia. Dallas moving it around. Matthews into the lane. Here's Parsons. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Parsons got 6.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Williams against Hill. And stolen by Nowitzki. And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Here's Parsons. And Dallas again with the bucket.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Ellis goes in and stolen by Nowitzki. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Parsons got the ball. Matthews no good. Indiana leading. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. Allen dishes to Turner. Passes it to Hill. Outside, George. They double-team Ellis. Down low. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. J.J. Barea is checked in for Wesley Matthews. In Indiana with the change here, too. Hill's checked in. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And Parsons slams it in.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. The drive by Nowitzki, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Here's Hill. For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. Not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
And the first one drops. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Barea. Outside, Felton. Barea kicks to Harris. Evans passes to Harris. Now here's Barea. Clock at 4. Nice shot by Felton.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
Here's Ellis. Following the basket by Raymond Felton. Here's Harris. Pacers with the rebound. Here's Hill. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks.
And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one more before it's all said and done.
I mean, that 11th season I'll never forget, but once you tasted the victory, you know, you see...
One's definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks. Matthews out there with Jeremy Evans. Then there's Harris. Then there's Charlie Villanueva. Then it's Felton in at the 2. Here's Hill, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Shot by Villanueva, no good. Indiana's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, GA, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Jeremy Evans. Anderson comes in for Wesley Matthews. Jenkins, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. And Barea subbed in for Harris. Indiana also making some changes. George is checked in for Hill. Ellis comes in for Hill. And George Hills subbed in for C.J. Miles. Left side, George. Down low. Villanueva with the steal. Jenkins dishes to Anderson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And here's Hill for 3. No good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hill. It's blocked. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Jenkins with the ball. Wasted no time on that one. And the Mavericks lead by 5. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And guys, add to that the fact that they have really done a great job of attacking the ball handler with their defensive pressure and forcing turnovers. And last year, we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
Mavericks leading by 3. Barea kicks to Anderson. Here's Powell. Oh, and that one, no question, Powell. Poured it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season.
Some changes for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. And Lavoy Allen subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. Ellis outside. Stolen. And here we go with Jenkins running it up the court. Anderson can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Well, last season they won 50, Greg, as you just said. That marked Clark the 12th time. It happened since 2000.
Well, clearly this franchise has been committed to winning. I mean, you hear that from a lot of franchises, but they often aren't willing to take the risk that the Mavericks take. The Mavs do a good job of putting their money where their mouth is. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jim. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here is Hill. He's got 5. On the wing, George. It's Allen on the wing. To the inside. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Paul George.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Jumps up, and Villanueva with a stop.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively, and this lead, I think, is headed up.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Allen. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And Allen drops them both. 1:03 left here in the second. Villanueva passes to Anderson. And botches the dunk.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation. Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but, again, no need on that one.
Hill dishes to George. The kick out to Hill. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. 8 points for Hill.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of...
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Out of bounds, Dallas takes. Possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Barea. And so that brings the first half to a close.
Coach, how would you evaluate
the 2K Sports Halftime Show?
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal. Nobody had an answer for Chandler Parsons in the first. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You have to like what we're seeing from Monte Ellis.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Turner is out there with Allen. Then it's George Hill, and it's Ellis, and at the point, Hill. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Dallas leading by 3. Here's Barea. And it's Miles with the rebound.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Hill kicks to Ellis. To the middle, tipped away. All by himself. Launches the 3. Allen with the rebound. Pacers trail by 3. Here is Miles. He's covered by Anderson. Hill drives in. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. There's the pick. Allen with the screen for Ellis. Pass to Allen. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second one.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Hill.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Shot by Villanueva, no good. The Pacers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Turner passes to Ellis. Back to Turner. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish. And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
The Mavericks trailing. Over to the left wing. Barea dishes to Powell. Barea kicks to Powell. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. And Clark, as we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Miles the pass to Turner. The second chance effort. Up and in on the layup. Turner's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine the goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
Ellis dishes to Turner. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And that's 10 points for Miles Turner.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Yeah, clearly they were starting to show signs of fatigue, so coach wanted to give them a second to get their win back.
Dallas calls timeout. Going with a whole new group out there. Indiana making some changes. Mavericks trail by 3. Nowitzki drives in, and he dunks it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
And here's Matthews for the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
The playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
Williams kicks to Pachulia. Parsons, right side. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim. Knew he was going to get hit and still was able to finish. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock, too.
Stuckey passes to Mahimi. Buttinger with a screen on Williams. Stuckey dishes to Hill. Nowitzki with the steal. And now the fast break. Nowitzki with the ball. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Buttinger. And George kicks to Stuckey. Got a piece of it. Matthews with the steal. Dallas calls timeout.
Okay, Dallas, now stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up. Mavericks dancers. Give them a round of applause, fans.
Here's Williams, and it's sent back by Hill. Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Okay.
No good on that It's tied up with that one.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
And the Pacers call time here. It's been quite a game for Chandler Parsons.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
It's a tie game in Dallas. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Williams with the ball. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Indiana's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And so it's Dallas with it. And Williams, here we go. Nobody near Parsons. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Hill passes to Hill. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki. Here's Ellis. Clock at 6. Hill dishes to Ellis.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Nobody near Williams. Another 3 for Dallas.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing the town hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 5 assists in the game. Hill kicks to Hill. The pass to Ellis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Harris is checked in for Williams. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Stuckey drives inside. Here's Hill. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Really opportunistic basketball there. And when they desperately needed it, timely, opportunistic basketball.
And it really couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, they've got to take even more chances on defense now. Try to get some more of those steals to start the break.
And good on the basket. Book it. 14 points for Monte Ellis.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
The dish now to Hill. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. They recover it. Shots good by Ellis.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And George, here we go. They grab their own miss to take the lead.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He has 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Parker, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Over in the corner, Matthews. And Williams, here we go. Matthews, no one around him, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. That's now 8 points for Wesley Matthews. Kicks it to Miles. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Turner with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's George. That's tipped. And finished off by Parsons.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense.
Look at that.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Outside, George, Turner. Here's Allen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And Allen drops them both.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
And Parsons kicks to Nowitzki. Stuckey against Matthews. And it's Turner off the drive to take the lead. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. On defense, Dallas. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Allen. And that misses. That would have put him up. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
But they recover it. Pachulia the pass to Matthews. Feeds it to Pachulia. The kick out to Williams. Looks for Nowitzki. Gets it to him. Sinks it.
Nowitzki, what an offensive force he can be.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're losing by 2. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
And the Pacers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
Hill, a screen on Williams. And George kicks to Turner. And Hill has it in the corner. Can't get the 3 to fall. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous. Finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Dirk, during that second half, what brought the conviction the team showed that allowed you guys to win this thing?
I think we just battled, and that was good for us. I thought that really won us the game down the stretch. We scrambled for a chance.